Okay, so it all starts with this guy named Romulus. And so Romulus was basically, um, the product of a rape of an Alban princess and the Roman god Mars. So basically, these two guys they end up on these seven hills. And so Remus and Romulus, they basically are both competing to build bigger cities and bigger walls. And Remus looks over to Romulus's wall and sees that it's really small and that Romulus isn't really doing much. And so Remus, being the good brother that he is, jumps over Romulus's wall, and Romulus gets mad and then kills Remus, and then Romulus is the sole founder of Rome. Now we've got to skip forward a few hundred years and go to 509 BC when the Roman Republic was founded. And now we're going to move forward and go into when Rome was sacked in 390 BC. And so when this happened, basically Gaul, a tribe from Gaul, went into Rome and sacked the city. And not completely, because in the center of the city there were a bunch of Romans who basically did a valiant effort and held off Gaul, but eventually they had to surrender because of famine. But Gaul also decided to pull back because they had took a hefty amount of losses both from malaria and from other diseases and also from starvation. So then after this, instead of being completely overtaken by Gaul, what the Romans did was they improved their military and strengthened their city walls so that they don't be sacked again. At this point, we fast forward a little more forward to 264 BC, and this was when the Punic Wars started. And all you need to know about the Punic Wars, there are more in-depth videos on them. Basically, the Romans ended up winning the Punic Wars and destroying Carthage in 146 BC. Now, this is when we start to get to the end of the Roman Republic and the end of the video. So this is around when 146 BC to 44 BC, when the prominent figures of Pompey the Great, Julius Caesar, Marius, and Sulla all came out. And all these guys were basically powerful, influential figures in Rome who propelled Rome to be even more powerful and probably one of the biggest forces in the world at this point. So all you need to know about Caesar, and this is the most important part, is that Caesar was the greatest general in the history of Rome, and basically what he did was he won so many battles that he eventually became a king. And obviously, as a republic, you don't want a king, you just want a leader, or even just a consulate. And of course, Caesar, when he became king, people started to resent him, and then propaganda was spread against Caesar by Sulla, Marius, and everyone else. And then eventually Caesar was assassinated in 44 BC, bringing down the Roman Republic and launching Rome into a new era. But I will discuss that in a future video.